Hello guys and welcome to today's interview. I'm joined today by Jordan Duffett, or what do you call yourself now?
Well, I'm rebranding to JD Manga soon, but now
Enzilla, and you can find him on Instagram at enzilla_art or Facebook at enzillaart.
Yep.
So anyway, just to kill the budget while I'm at it, what is manga?
Manga is pretty much, so you've got comics, Iron Man, Spider-Man, all that stuff. Manga is pretty much the Japanese equivalent of that. Well, they don't even have to be Japanese really, but the more popular ones.
Well, you're not Japanese, Japanese.
Well,
you do manga. So, do you only have, like, obviously you're working on this manga at the moment, do you only have one story, or are you planning on telling multiple stories within that universe?
Well, within the series there's going to be mini stories, like, because there's arcs obviously, so there'll be multiple stories within the whole plot of the story. And I'm working on the mini story now to get practicing for before I start. So
do you actually have a title for the one that you're working on at the moment? Like, not the short story, because I know the short story is called Mystic, is it?
Mystic, yeah. A short story.
Yeah, but the actual one that you were working on, which you've shown me lots of your art of that you were trying to perfect, do you have a title for that yet?
The full series?
Yeah.
That's just Mystic.
Is it just Mystic?
Yeah.
This is just a short story set in that world?
Yeah, with the same characters and stuff.
With is it Lexa?
There's Nero, the ones in this story, the short story that I'm working on. There's Lexa, Nero, Brady, who in it. I don't want to give away too much, obviously. Yeah. But then there's two extra characters that I've made specifically for that. And one of them is just like some random mage guy who's part of this dark gang. And the boss of that gang is called King Cobra. And there's a big plot that revolves around him in the short story, so you'll get about that when it reads.
So the short story, how long do you think it's going to be, short story wise? Is there much more to come?
Well, I've currently got 5 pages done, and I'm nowhere near halfway through, so I'm going to say anywhere from 30 to 50 pages. That's
quite good, to be fair, for a short story. So.
Yeah, because I wanted it to be an equivalent to a one-shot, but not really a one-shot.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
So would the actual full series be like 100, 200 pages?
The full series, I don't have any idea how long it's going to go. I've planned the start, the end, and like stuff that I want to happen throughout, but I'm just going to kind of make it up as I go along.
So recently you've just started bringing back your YouTube channel, which was that the one that used to be called Rebellion Jordan, or is it a whole new one?
It's the same channel, just unlisted the other videos, put them on private.
Oh, like Spider Key.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
posted that speed paint.
So do you plan on doing more speed paints in the future?
I plan on doing more speed paints, tutorials, just fun with manga. Like eventually, when I get better, I'd hope to be able to give writing tutorials as well. Just like random talks with people about comics and manga.
So let's talk the Cold-Blooded.
Right.
Now, just out of curiosity, because what was your favourite part of filming that series when we filmed it back in 2015? It'll be now, I think.
Yeah, I think my favourite part of that was just having fun, like just being able to be part of something.
Yeah.
Because it like opened me up to like ideas of like, oh shit, you can actually make stuff like yourself here. You don't need big production companies to do things.
It's like, if you look at Steven Spielberg and things, he started just by making short films. His first short film, it's actually called Amberlin, which is, his production company is called Amberlin Productions now. Yeah. And that was literally about this guy and this girl, and they're walking down this country road, which you could have literally shot in a day.
Yeah.
And it's just tiny bits of dialogue, but look at where Spielberg is now.
Oh, it's mad,
and it's quite an ambitious way, to be honest, just to be doing it. I think my favourite part of filming The Cold-Blooded was just like the atmosphere of being able to bring my idea to us.
This is Rebellion Jordan, doing a rant video, going on Kean Dixon's weekly rant thing, or monthly rant. Cool guy, what's his name? Comedy guy. What's his?
Comedy Guy ZT.
Comedy Guy ZT is a fucking run-off while we're trying to film. That is not good. Bad shit, bro. Bad shit. You better come back now before I impale his face on the ground. Scott! Get your ass over here. You better get your little ass in there.
Oh yeah! Is this a porno for Pornhub.com?
No,
so this is why he's an effing weirdo, right?
Get in your pet suit. Oh, you talking to me? Yes, lad. Stacy!
Mommy!
No, Scott. I'm jumped into a murderer.
Screen now. I was supposed to do series 2 with Amber, but that didn't happen. So now I'm trying to work a way out of still doing the second series, but with a different story.
Yeah.
Because I still got the scripts for series 2. Because obviously, originally series 2 we're going to have James's son Ryan, and obviously you were going to come back and play James's son, but then that all got messed up, so I had to change Ryan's character to Charlie, which Amber was going to play, and that was going to be James's daughter. But then I thought, well, I'm just going to rewrite it. Charlie's actually going to be his wife. That didn't work, so we started filming episode 1, but we never finished it. And at the end of, to be honest, it was going to go into series 3, which was actually going to kill Chris off.
Yep.
He was gonna, because in series 2, the original series 2, he was gonna find out that he had prostate cancer, and we were gonna do this.
I remember you telling me about that when you were writing it.
But series 3 now, I've got some different ideas for, well, not series 3, but series 2. I've got some different ideas for which direction I'm gonna take it and how I'm actually gonna manage to do it. It's just, it's having the time and having the actors and the facilities available.
The gear as well.
Yeah, exactly. And I've got what 2 cameras here and Amber's if I borrow it.
Yeah.
So
I really struggled with the writing part of, like, when I first started working on the short story.
Yeah.
That's the reason I started, because I realised that yeah, I can draw half decent, but I have actually no experience telling a story or like sequential art in any shape or form. So that's why I'm doing the mini story, to like amplify my skills so that I feel more ready.
Yeah.
For when I start the proper series.
It's like I know that you used to write quite a lot of stories when you were younger, so it's like...
Yeah, when I was a little kid, but that's not really
well,
experience.
I was reading some that I did the other day from my English class, GCSE English, and it was called Today I'm Going to Kill Something, and everything in it was based on my girlfriend at the time, and then right at the end I managed to slip Amber into it as well, and I was like, I wasn't even with Amber at the time.
Peeking in the life of Kean's school sex life.
It was something to do with the guy called Zach that ended up joining some cult and killing people.
Alright, fun.
But yeah, so what would you have liked to have seen happen with the Cold-Blooded? Like, if we'd have done a second series, what would you have liked to see happen if James had have stayed?
I think it'd have been a fun concept if it had stayed, and I feel like it'd have got a lot bigger than it has. Obviously, because it's me.
Yeah, right, okay.
No, I think it would have eventually just gained traction, like everything does, doesn't it? After time. So I think that'd have been fun to like experience, like what it'd have been like getting it more popular. I think that'd have been a fun ride. And obviously getting to work with you, one of my best mates from my life, that'd have been good, obviously.
I think with the Cold-Blooded, even now it still has that fan base there, and I think that's why I'm trying to push to get it done so much, and hopefully one day I'll be able to reboot the entire thing and have it on BBC One.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Because I know what BBC are like for detective dramas, and I did pitch, was it a series I pitched to the BBC, which is another detective drama, because for some reason I write crime dramas, but I have come up with a crime drama series idea called, it's called The Moon.
Alright.
And I've teased it a little bit on Twitter. But basically The Moon is a supernatural crime drama set in Moonlight City, where James Fowler sets up a team to save the city and to solve supernatural crimes. And each episode there's a different villain that they have to face, and
Kinda
there's
like,
the overarching villain as well.
Kind of reminds me then just what you wrote about with Supernatural.
It's a lot like Supernatural. It is a lot like Supernatural, but I want it to have this whole expanding universe in it, and there's all sorts, and there's lots of little twists and things, but I don't know how I'm going to be able to get all the effects, because the actors, like, I've got one actor that is so up for playing the character of Spencer Brooker, because Spencer Brooker is the historian, but he's the geeky nerdy one, and then you've got Carl Foster, who is he's the oldest, and he's more down to earth, and he just hates everything, but he can do a lot with technology. And it's just, to be honest, it'll just be getting the locations and the actors to be able to fund it, and I don't have a job, so I can't afford it.
Bit hard at the minute.
Yeah. Right, we're going to go take a quick ad break. Now we're back from that ad break. Please do go buy my grandma's book. That took me a hell of a long time to write, and I'm proud of it, and I hope you guys go buy it at Amazon.com now, or .co.uk, whatever you want.
Link in the description.
Yes. So, What manga or anime has actually inspired your work?
Ooh. I think what inspired me to want to make manga is my favourite series, Fairy Tail. I know a lot of people in the anime community give it shit, but I love it personally. I think it's really good.
It's same with Attack on the Titans as well. A lot of people don't like that.
Attack on the Titans. Attack on Titan.
That whatever you see that's how much I know.
You just offended my inner weeb.
What's a weeb?
Weeaboo. It means like anime fan, like extreme.
Oh.
Surely you've heard that term before.
I've never heard that term before.
Really?
No.
Oh, is it?
One of our camera she's a weeaboo.
But yeah, a Fairy Tail definitely inspired me a lot. And also One Piece, my two favourite series, and Naruto as well a bit, and My Hero Academia. There's loads actually, I can't even list them all. There's One Piece, Fairy Tail, Naruto, My Hero Academia, One Punch Man. Just more, a lot of them are shonen, because shonen obviously is the genre I want to work with, it's the genre that I enjoy. And I think started me off wanting to do manga was Fairy Tail, because like I got into the manga after I saw the anime of that, and then I was like, oh god, this is cool. I want to make something like that. It made me think I want to make something that somebody can enjoy as much as I enjoy this, and I want to be able to. It sounds like sappy and stuff.
It makes sense to me though, because
it makes me want to.
That's why I make the Cold Blooded.
Yeah, it makes me want to make something that
And
other
these
people
videos,
can be inspired by the same way I was, if that makes sense. And then after I got that mindset, every single anime or manga that I've read or watched, it made me think like that. So it's just all, I just draw information, inspiration from pretty much anything that I watch.
Well, it's like I don't make any money off any of these videos that I do, but I still do them because I want other people's to be enjoyed by it.
With me, well, I've started my YouTube channel recently, haven't I? And
there'll be a link in the description below, by the way.
Nice one.
There'll be links to all your.
I was thinking I probably won't make much money off YouTube at first, not for a few years at least. No. But it's not even the money I'm bothered about, it's just I want to do stuff that I enjoy doing.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't really care if I make a gain off of it, it's just something fun to do, isn't it?
Definitely, plus it's also a good way and it's a cheap way and a free way, if anything, to market. Because all you have to do is upload it to YouTube and share it on Twitter, share it on Facebook, get your friends to share it, and before you know it, everyone's seeing your art. And
good source of advertising as well.
One thing I don't do with my YouTube videos is I don't post them on my private Facebook account. I post them on the Doc 11th Facebook page and all the other Facebook pages, but I never post them on
you don't need
my main private one. Exactly.
Business, do you? And people don't want to see pictures of you and your mates drunk when they're coming to see videos and stuff.
Exactly, and I think because I wanted to be the Doctor.
Yeah.
Eventually I trained as an actor, I can act now, I want to do acting, but I got into film to get those roles because I thought that if I was creating my own stuff, I could create my own roles, and if anything, that's what James Corden did with Gavin and Stacey. They created it because he wanted an acting role, and now he's running the Late Late Show.
Yeah.
So, tell me about Knockout Studios. What are Knockout Studios and what do they do? What
Knockout Studios, in the words of another YouTuber, Ken Senpai, is a bootleg version of Madhouse. It's just a bunch of creators, we all got together online and we help each other out with our other projects and stuff. We have just random chats. It's just pretty much a group of internet friends who help each other out with. We've got artists, we've got musicians, we've got colourists, we've got voice actors. We've got a little bit of everything. If it exists, Knockout has it pretty much. And the way I got into it was I got a message on Instagram asking that if I wanted to join pretty much. Yeah. And I was just nerding out completely. I was so excited. I was like, yes, someone's gotten in touch with me. I finally a bit of recognition, you know. And then I ended up joining, and yeah, ever since then, I've just been there. We've got a YouTube channel with 2 videos on it. One of them's a series, an anime that the creator of Knockout is working on. The Anime Young'un.
Oh, okay.
He's working on a series called Buns. Which Buns is about. I don't want to give away too much because I don't know how much I'm allowed to say from him.
It's fine.
So I won't say too much about that, but it's cool. I think people will enjoy it if they watch the trailer.
Obviously the trailer's on the screen now.
It's all our fault. Wake the fuck up, you light-skinned J. Cole-looking motherfucker. Hurry before you miss the school bus, you lazy bitch.
And there's a short on there as well. When the ghost under your bed is waifu material. It's only a minute or so long, but it's funny.
Yeah.
That's you've seen them. Their demonstrations, just like the skill that we've got. It's all like indie creators. We're not all with big companies and stuff.
No.
But we just like help each other out with stuff.
And I think, to be honest, it is really good to see like I've always, I've been into filmmaking since me and Scott did the Spy Buddies in 2008, I think it was, 2007, but it wasn't until we started the Cold Blooded that I really, in 2013, 2013, 2014, that I was driven to do the Cold Blooded and want to do it, and even after everything that put us back and losing the footage, we managed to get it, and we got a series out of it, and I think towards the latter half of the series, well definitely towards the latter half of the series, it gets a lot better, and in the last episode, The Last Stand, that would have been such a better episode if we'd have had a lot of the stuff that I'd have been able to put in that was in the original script, like the big standoff with Andy Suther, and if we'd have done up to episode 10, the scenes where I was going to have me and you chasing him on like the top of Cannon Mills and things.
I remember when you were telling me about them, I was proper excited to film them.
Yeah, no, I remember. Do you remember when we first started filming it and it was just like we were improvising everything, and there was that little ledge in the field, and you said that you wanted to fall off of it for a stunt, and that was going to be James's original death.
Yeah.
And that's what you wanted to do, and I was like, no, there's too much. I haven't got the paperwork and the safety to do it. It's in your contract. I'm not going to let you do it.
I remember when we were filming a fight scene.
Yeah.
And I remember I shocked you because I just like jumped off of the railing, didn't I? I just landed on this metal bridge, and you were like, cut the camera in, John, are you alright?
I know. I remember that. I was like, what? But I suppose you did go above and beyond to make it look realistic and things.
Well,
and,
I thought I'm one of the people, if I'm going to do something, to go big or go home.
Yeah, I suppose. And I like doing my own stunts as well, so it's like, anyone says to me, oh, you're going to do this, it's like with the Cold Blooded Series 2, there were originally going to be an episode where I got thrown out of the window.
Alright.
And I was going to film it from my my sister's now bedroom, my bedroom, my granddad's it used to be.
Yeah.
The Superman room. So I was going to film it in that room because the window is there, it's open. I was going to green screen the entire thing and then fall out of it, and then I was going to film, I was going to get a ladder, and there's that ledge above the top door.
Yeah.
I was going to stand on there and like fall off there.
Yeah.
But never happened. Yeah, exactly. But never happened, unfortunately. But I would have liked to have seen it happen, but yeah, I don't know, it'd been nice to see.
I reckon it'd have been good.
It'd have been a good shot, and I do hope that my plan for what I've got for the Cold Blooded to come, like I announced that me and Dylan, because at the end of episode 8 you find out after James has died and Chris decides he's going back to Bradford, which then led to Hayfield Investigates, you find out that Damien Locke is Chris's son, and we are now I'm currently writing a film called Locke and Hayfield, which is going to be a duo film about them two, and it's going to be very twisty. I don't know if you've ever seen Gone Girl. Fantastic film. Ben Affleck's in it. It's is it the director? It's not David Fincher. Is it David Fincher? I don't know. I can't remember who directs it, but it's a fantastic film, and it really is one of my favourite films and so inspirational because basically it's about Ben Affleck and his wife, and his wife. He thinks he thinks they're all loved up and things, but apparently it turns out he was planning on leaving her because he was having an affair with one of his students, and she disappears but leaves like blood everywhere in the kitchen, so they think he's killed her, and he basically becomes her murderer, but he hasn't even touched her, and she is still alive, but she's hiding, and then she kills her ex after forcing him to have sex with her, and it gets very twisty-turny, and I want that kind of shock twist and the flashbacks and things to really...
that sort of like, oh wow moment.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what Lock and Hayfield's going to be. It's going to be very that, and I've told Dylan the ending to it, and I'll tell you it off camera.
Right.
Along with what I've got planned for the Cobbler in the future as well. But Dylan, he's so up for the ending, because I told him, I went, oh, by the way, this is going to be how it ends, and he went, eh? And I went, wait, there's more, and he was like, whoa, and I went, hang on, and there's more, and he was like, oh my god, so it goes like 3 levels deep, I suppose, but it really was, it's fun to write at the moment, but I think it'll be hard to film, and if anything, the Lock and Hayfield film is going to be inspired by Jonathan Creek, which is a fantastic detective show, definitely watch it, and it's also inspired obviously by The Cold-Blooded, as well as Gone Girl, yeah. So it's a mixture of all 3 of them, but it's definitely something that I'm hopefully going to be proud of, and I'm hoping it'll be a feature film that me and Dylan can produce, and hopefully it'll be better quality than the first 3 episodes of The Cold-Blooded.
Just from hearing about all that's got me excited for it.
Yeah. So I noticed you've been creating mascots for people, so I'm just wondering, is there any chance you can do one for my profile picture? Because one thing I've always wanted to have as my profile picture on YouTube was a mascot of me.
Right.
Maybe I'm dressed up as the Doctor or something. And I've always wanted a mascot like that, of like the 11th Doctor and me dressed up as him. But I've never known anyone that did art like that, and now you're into this art and you've been doing the mascots, so I'm wondering if maybe you could create one.
Well, we might see a speed paint on my channel then.
Maybe.
Creating another mascot.
Maybe we will. Yeah, maybe we will.
Might be a shameless plug, might not.
Yeah. So what obviously you're rebranding now as Jordan Duffy Art, is it?
JD Manga.
JD Manga, and what's the reason for rebranding and changing?
It's just like the name that I went with originally, it was just like a placeholder name.
Enzilla.
Because Enzilla, because I wasn't really that serious about it when I started.
Yeah.
Like drawing and stuff. But as I've got more serious about it, I thought I'd need a more like professional name.
Yeah.
Because the other one was just like a placeholder, because I didn't know anything else to call it, so it's just my old Xbox 360 online name. Just Enzilla, that's what it was.
Well, to be honest, I don't even think it came from that. I remember the first time you ever wrote it down anywhere, and it was in science, and obviously you got moved because you were talking to me too much, and then we started lip reading each other and got told off and got warnings for it, but I remember you wrote it down as your name on your folder, and then you said to the teacher, "Sir, do you know what the N stands for?" And he went, "Nitrogen."
Yeah.
But I think that was the first time you wrote it down.
I can't even say it on YouTube, man.
Yeah.
Get demonetized.
We get the idea what the N stands for.
He'll put a post on his Twitter telling you what the N actually stands for.
I'm not putting that on Twitter.
Go follow his Twitter.
No, follow my Twitter at the Doc11th. But no, I can't tweet what it means. I think you get the gist
it's
of what the N stands for.
That's all we're saying.
Yeah. So, what is your aim with your manga? Like, do you plan on having like an anime series of it as well as like the manga series? Do you plan on maybe getting a feature film made of it? Do you plan on actually having an animated feature film like the Fairy Tale Dragon Cry that we went to see? Or a live action film needs to be directed?
Well, I'm open for anything to happen with it. My main goal right now is to get it started, and my wish really is to get it serialised. If I could get it serialised, I'll die a happy man, because then I'll know I'll get to finish it.
Yeah.
So, but eventually, hopefully from that there'll be people interested in doing animes, live actions, animated.
I'd love to do a live action
films.
of it, to be honest, because one thing that I think they always make the mistake of doing when they make live action, like the original Dragon Ball Z film, the original creators of that didn't have much input in it, but I feel like if I worked closely with you to make sure that everything you wanted in the live action film was in there, and you basically directed through me, I feel like that'd work a lot better. And it's like how they're doing Tomb Raider film, which is a fantastic film, definitely watch it, and there's a video on my channel at the moment called Lara Croft Reviews It.
Oh, right. I'll have to watch that.
Yeah, you do need to watch it, you can put it on afterwards. it is funny.
Right.
But yeah, so there's that, and I think that honestly, games don't work as films.
No.
We know that by now, but What do you think as a TV series?
TV, it's difficult with a TV series because
You've got less time.
With it being in instalments, you can add more things into it.
Exactly.
Instead of having like a deadline with the film, because you've got the span of the film to fit so much in. But a series, I think, might work better with a game because you can add all the features of a game in detail. Whereas with a film, it's all crammed into an hour and a half, 2 hours, sort of thing.
And it's like, I've actually written the first 2 episodes of a Lara Croft TV series called Croft.
Yeah.
And the reason I think it'd work better as a series is because, like you say, you've got 13 episodes a series maybe.
To go into detail.
Exactly, and even with the next series, if you've got a second series, you could go even more depth into it. You can show all the elements of the games, but twist them a little bit.
Yeah,
and I think that's what works with like the CW TV shows, because they've got, like, if you watch the DC movies, as much as I like them, they haven't got the best ratings.
Yeah.
But whether that's because Marvel have bribed the critics and things. I
personally Marvel over DC.
I know you are, and I am a DC fan.
Not meaning to start any wars in the comments.
No, but I do want to do a video about Marvel versus DC, hopefully, in the future. But I think that with games, you've got that span to put all the different things in, and Netflix are going to be making an Assassin's Creed series.
Alright.
So I don't know if it's going to be linked to the film, or
hopefully
if it's going to be...
Film.
Yeah,
I didn't enjoy that film so much.
One thing I found really interesting was that I think the Tomb Raider did better than Assassin's Creed, but Alicia Vikander, who plays Tomb Raider in the film, she's actually married to Michael Fassbender, who played the assassin in Assassin's Creed.
Oh, right.
So they both did video game movies,
Yeah.
but I think hers was better. Plus, Tomb Raider is amazing.
Yeah,
and they're also, Netflix or Amazon, I think it is, they're also doing, I think it's Netflix, they're doing a Witcher series of the game. So,
that should be
but
good.
that's never been a film, so I'm hoping that starting that off as a series, I think going now, I think they've realised films aren't working as games aren't working as films. Let's try a series.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's going to pull off and it's going to work. And I think fans should hopefully be happy with stuff like that.
I'd be happy if they made stuff more series of games and films.
But it's like I don't like seeing like when someone makes a film, like a feature live action film or something that is so big. Like if I made a feature film of your manga, I'd want you to basically be at the side of me directing the entire film with me, so that everything you want is there to make you happy. Exactly,
so
and
it'd be a lot better.
I'd want you to help me write it. I'd want you to say, well, let's do it, and maybe, I don't know, let's have elements of the comic, but let's do a fresh story, or do we want to just do a live action version of the main arc? But I don't know, would you do that because it's already been done in anime, or would you just like to bring it to life? It's like, obviously they did the Dragon Ball Z film, which, it was good, but it's not the best. But they are doing another one. There is another one coming out. I think it's next year it comes out.
Yeah, I think so.
I'd like to see that. So, in the future, obviously, you got your manga coming up. What else have you got planned?
I've got my YouTube channel, which I plan to grow more. I plan to do tutorials, art equipment, unboxing, stuff like that. More to do with manga than like traditional art, and maybe art challenges and stuff, you know, like Inktober and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
I might try some stuff like that, I don't know. It's all open for...
Like I said, it'd be nice to see a lot more content from you, because I remember back in the day, the reason you were called Rebellion Jordan, I'm not sure if anyone knows this, the reason for, oh my god, did you draw them? The reason for it was actually because, you know how the Yogscast have they have Yogscast Lewis and Silent Yogscast Hannah. The idea is I was going to create a gaming community where you'd have Rebellion Key and Rebellion Jordan, and we were going to be called Rebellion, and hopefully the gaming were going to grow.
13.
Yeah, it didn't really work, and I did have the Doc 11th gaming then, but now it's obviously the Doc Girl 234 gaming, because Amber took over it, which she hasn't uploaded much on it, because I've actually been uploading most of the gaming on my channel now, because of what I've been saying to like a lot of my friends online and things is, at the moment, because I've got all these channels like KKD Productions, I've got the Doc 11 Vlogs, I've got the Doc 11th, the Doc Girl 234 gaming.
Yeah.
I'm trying to bring them all into the Doc 11th for now, keep them mainstream on this channel, because this is the one that's the bigger channel, it's got the most subscribers, it's got 420 subscribers last time I checked.
I was just going to say, I don't get how you do it with so many channels. I struggle to keep up with 2 Instagrams.
Exactly, and that's what I'm trying to do. What I'm going to do is I'm going to help the shows and stuff grow big on this channel, and then I'm going to branch them back slowly to their things. And I don't know, that was just a decision that I made. I've only seen 15 minutes of that show, Krypton. The first 15 minutes was okay, but I fell asleep, so I don't know if that makes it okay.
Just so you know, we're on about the advert.
Yeah, there's a trailer for Krypton on. can't show it because I'd get done for copyright. It's like my last interview that I did with, well, by the time I watch this it'll be with Adam, but the one before that was George. And I did an interview with him, and I put a trailer for someone else's fan series for Violent Delights on, and I didn't realise that the music they'd used was copyrighted, so it kind of copyrighted the video, but it's not damaged the video, and all it'd do is take any money the video makes, but the video don't make any money, I don't make any money, and I don't do it to make money, I do it so people enjoy it, and that's why you do manga, and why you're hopefully going to do more speed paints and things. So, do you have any ideas of what things you're going to speed paint, or...?
Probably just, if I do more speed paints, it'll probably just be showing my techniques and methods of making manga, possibly some fan arts, maybe commissions if I open them, which I do plan to soon. Just a bit of everything, a lot of work I'm doing if I get the opportunity.
Like commissions would you open, like?
Just cheap commissions, because obviously I've never done commissions before, so I can't start out like at regular prices because I need to gain a fan base.
I think that's something that people would pay 20, 30 quid for, and if anything, I mean, I'd pay for them, but I won't have to pay for them, hopefully. And it's, honestly, I want to start like DVDing and selling like my films as DVDs. It's just, I've got 2 films I want to make at the moment. One of them I was supposed to be filming this Saturday, but I don't think it's happening anymore because the university never got back in touch with me. I was supposed to be filming on location there, they never got back in touch with me.
Oh, yeah,
about filming on the Saturday. So I'm kind of just a bit, let's put it off, let's not do it, but at the same time I'm motivated, I need to do it, I want to do it. And then I've also got another film because I'm working on a new show for KKD Productions, which if you remember a few years ago I did a show called FX. Now I've rebranded FX and I've completely changed the format of it, so from now on, and it'll be coming hopefully later this year, hopefully in the back half of the year, it's going to be called Cinema Lecture.
Alright.
A cinema lecture is going to be a series where I basically teach filmmaking every week, and the audience make a film as I do. So I plan on making the film in the stages that I'm making the episodes in.
I'll tell you what, you need to do an episode on how to edit film, because editing that first speed it wasn't easy.
That's the idea. So the idea is the first series is going to be all about pre-production. And we're going to get to pre-production, and then we're going to do series 2, which will be production. So you'll get to see me shooting the film, behind the scenes of me shooting the film, and kind of just get to see how all of it's put together, because there's going to be some miniature shots, there's going to be some few shots, because the film I wrote for it, it's called Harrow, and you'll find out more about it. I'll tell you more about it off camera, but it's going to take a lot to put into it, but it is a low budget, relatively cheap film to make, and that's why I'm doing it, because I want low budget filmmakers to be able to learn how to make them as I'm teaching them, and to kind of go on like a course with me. So their homework is to do what I've done that episode. So the first episode will be like, where do you come up with your ideas, your inspiration? So I've got all these ideas, so let's say we get this idea from a ship coming from outer space, it crashes in Earth and things like this, and then I expand it into this thing, and then I say, right, before next episode, I want you guys to have come up with your own idea. So by the time they get to the second episode, which will be actually the writing process, or more like the background and planning it, they've already got the ideas ready, so then they can go ahead and plan it before episode 3.
There's a channel like similar to that concept on YouTube called How to Be a Mangaka, and the guy there, he sets homework for people on Instagram, and they'll like get back at him and they'll like comment, like critique the work and stuff, and I think that's a good way of doing it.
Well, that's what I'm planning on doing.
People involved.
The idea is that after I've done the first series, it's then literally I'm gonna go into production straight away. You're gonna see all the production episodes of it. So it'll be like not as much as second. It will be a second series, but it'll be kind of straight after series 1 or a few weeks after series 1. But I might leave. I think I'm gonna leave like a 6-week process between series 1 and series 2, because then their homework during that time is to produce the film and go off on their own, and then when I come back I'm going to show them how I did mine, and maybe they could go back and do it.
You can even feature ones that you thought.
The idea is after series 3 would then be post-production, so I'd then be showing how to edit the film, how I put our whole film together, then releasing the film, and then I'd do an extra episode where I'd basically show off everything that they did and critique it and say, well, this is good, but personally I'd have done a close-up shot of him putting the glasses on, because or he's put his glasses on the table, but why did they put the glasses on the table? It wasn't critical to the story. You didn't need that. It could have saved time to show a gun coming out, something like that.
There's a lot of stuff like that. I think film production is very similar to comics and stuff. Because I've got to think like that when I'm thinking of my page layouts and like panels. It's like, right, do I need to see a character's face in that shot? Do they need to be facing the camera?
Well, basically, you are directing that, and what you're doing is creating storyboards. Now, before I shoot a film, and I am going to do an episode on creating storyboards. Now, when you see that episode, they're stick figures, okay, because I can't draw, but I've done it so that you've got the wide shot, you've got the close up, you see the back of her walking.
It's only you seeing it, isn't it?
Exactly.
It's like I do thumbnail sketches about this big of what the comic page is, like I can plan where the textures are going to go, where the speech bubbles are going to, like how big it's going to be, what the characters are going to be doing. You plan your page, and then by the time you get to doing the actual page, it's already, the hard work's already done. You're just like doing a refined version of what you've already got. Yeah. You plan the page in the little version so you can mess around with it.
I think that like you are directing it, like I say, and I want to, that's what I do, and I storyboard my films. I didn't used to storyboard my films. I just used to go, right, I've got this script, I'm going to shoot it straight from the script. But now I'm like, well, no, I need to tell the story through the camera. So there's a shot here, he's walking down the street. Do we show his feet? Do we show his head? Do we show mid-shot? Let's go for mid-shot, but he's just seen something. Let's get a close-up of him reacting to it, and then let's quickly flash to what he's seen. And like, do we show a shot of him actually pulling the gun out, or do we get a wide shot of him getting ready to shoot? Actually, to build the tension, let's put the shot in there. But even if I get those extra shots of me, even if I get like the extra shots of him pulling the gun out and then get the shot of him going wide, it doesn't really. And obviously, these are just pure examples, but it doesn't mean that when I edit the film, I'm going to put that shot in. It's just there
to work with.
Yeah, exactly. And one thing I do want to do in my films is to use multiple cameras now, because obviously I've shot this using multiple cameras, and I don't really shoot using multiple cameras that often. And hopefully going to university will teach me that, because I'm going to do a degree in digital filmmaking, which will hopefully allow me to meet more people and create a community that will hopefully help me then with that series. And it'll be a crew to go on hand. Like if I go to the one in Liverpool, which I'm hoping I will, there's people there that are working on music, there's people that work on games, like visual effects.
And stuff as well.
Exactly. So if I say, oh well, I was just wondering, can you do me a soundtrack for this film that I'm working on? And hopefully they've all got degrees. Yeah. So it'd be people that I could literally create KKD Productions and hire straight into the company. They've got a job straight from coming out, and it'd be fantastic, and it'd be something that I'd be proud of to give them jobs, because I know that they're more than capable of it. Yeah. Plus it's contacts for the industry as well, because it might take me 3 years to get my name out there, but it might take one of them 2 years. But in 2 years, they've then got my contact to then invite me in to work on their production. The year after, people know me. And I think that's mainly what I'm trying to push for now. I'm trying to actually aim high, and I'm right. What I used to do is, and if you remember with Coblin, every episode had something written in the field. Because I used what I knew, and they do say write what you know. I'd have scenes on the street, I'd have scenes on the things, but now I'm writing things that I don't have available. But I'm trying to be ambitious, because if I write them, maybe I can make them available. Maybe I can pitch it to someone and have the money to be able to make it. And I think, to be honest, I could easily ask Screen Yorkshire to give me the money to make a film that I could go make at Screen Yorkshire, and they've got massive facilities there that I could use. But how am I making that money back? That's what I don't have. I don't have a way to make that money back yet, because I don't have any distribution. And if I opened KKD Productions, one of the first companies I would buy, and one of the first decisions I would make strategically would be forward vertical integration, and it would literally be KKD Productions buying a distribution company. And I think Paramount have done it before, and all the big production companies buy distribution companies, because then they can instantly distribute it like that.
Gets it out there like
exactly, rather than having to wait for them to verify it. If you own them, they have no option but to verify it.
The rights then, don't you?
Exactly, and it's all KKD Productions producing it then, not just me. And I think KKD Productions is something I'm definitely trying to push forward for, really. And
it's like you were saying earlier. You've seen the change in me. I've noticed in you a bit more. How much more serious you've got about it over the years. I've noticed that.
But it's like, obviously, I've always been into acting and things, like I have been since I was
I'll tell you what, the biggest change I've noticed since you started doing them acting coaching. When you went every Thursday, was it?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. After that,
But I
that's
haven't
when I
been for
noticed
ages.
massive improvements.
Well, it's like I have been for ages, but I learned techniques to be able to read
And
scripts
then you
better.
applied them and stuff, haven't you?
Yeah, we learned techniques of like how to like write a comedy basically. But I also met friends that were actors, which I've never used them. But I've got friends now that are actors, like you know, Zachary Sutcliffe. He played Peter Pan in the ITV Peter Pan Christmas. Peter and Wendy they did.
Yeah.
There's a girl that's in Ackley Bridge at the moment. I trained with her. My friend Amber. She has literally just been filming something. Zach was also in Grimsby that came out a few years ago with Sacha Baron Cohen. He played the bald kid in that film.
Was that him?
Yeah,
Is it?
that was my mate Zach. And he's a fantastic actress. But I've known actors that have been like 7 that are fantastic actors.
Yeah.
But then I've also, and now I feel like, to be honest, I was in like the